Hey everyone, and welcome back to the channel. So today, let's take a look at the 2026 Lucid Air Grand Touring. This model is finished off in stealth white with the gloss black roof, and with options, MSRP is just over $136,000. Now this is a full EV. It is powered by a 117 kilowatt lithium ion battery paired with dual motor system. Combined, it pumps out 819 horsepower, 885 pound-feet of torque. This 5,200-pound sedan will do 0 to 60 in 3 seconds with a top speed of 168 miles an hour and a total range up to 512 miles. Now, as we work our way to the exterior styling, you'll notice all of the lighting has turned on, where the DRL and turn signal is the lower section. This is also a functional cutout, and then there's LEDs for all of the lighting. Now, there's also a forward camera, a few sensors for the distance pacing and all of that tech. There's parking sensors as well, even some functional inlets for the hood there, so that way airflow can exit through. And with this being an EV, you do get some storage up front. Now there's no physical buttons on the key fob, but right in the center, you can push on that once or twice to lock the vehicle and unlock it, or hold on it for a few seconds, and that is how you can gain access from the exterior. Now you do have the removable floor, so you can place in some more items as needed. Really neat to see that additional storage just to make this that much more practical. Now, this also has the optional 20-inch Aero style wheels with the regenerative braking. There's also more gloss black accents. It's on the power folding side mirrors where there's a camera and a turn signal. And with this model, the windshield technically goes all the way to here. So from the front seats, you can actually look straight up, and you have lots of glass for your rear passengers too. Now there's some very smooth lines flowing down the side, and when you lock the vehicle, you have the flush design for those door handles, so they pop out when you need to gain access to it, of course. Now in back, there's more LEDs for all of the lighting. Third brake light is up top. There's the backup camera and parking sensors as well. Now you'll notice that the trunk has a very wide design to it. So when you open it up, you have a very flat surface with a low load height to place in all of your items. There's also additional storage, just like up front, so you can place in some more underneath, and you can also fold the back seats down for even more storage. So it's very practical for this sedan. And then as we move our way to the interior, this has a neat color combo. Now you'll notice there's sunshades for the back, wood trim, the dual color for the leather, and then some storage down below. Lucid is also on the door sill. And then when you fold the seat down, you have a big cutout there, so you can place in some longer items. This also has a lot of floor space where you can place in additional items. There's a lot of legroom too at 5'10". Now there's also storage pockets. All three in the back are heated, so you have those adjustments. There's the climate controls too, and then heated seats with those controls. You can also get into the rear sunshade too. So you can open and close the one in the back as needed, which is nice. There's also some storage down below. At my height, I have about 1.5 inches or 2 of headroom. There's Alcantara for the headliner, leather for the grab handles, there's the dome lights too, and a good bit of space. Now there's also the armrest in the middle with some storage behind that, and then you can also gain access to the trunk with that cutout there if needed. And then as we work our way to the front, this also has soft closed doors, which is a nice touch. You'll notice the window controls and then some Alcantara with the leather and a pretty simple door panel design. Most of the controls are up top. Lucid is down below, and then you get the black accents up front with Lucid underneath that. So neat two-tone design for this. Now, once you hop in and put your foot on the brake, that is when the vehicle basically turns on. So there's no start-stop button in order to activate it. From here, you can go into reverse or drive. So you have the rear and forward camera angle, and then the 360 view down below. So you can go through these as needed, depending on where you need to see. And it also has auto park, so you can use that as needed. Drive is down, park's on the end of the stalk. Now for the gauge cluster, it's pretty simple. There's really nothing to configure, so you have all of those vitals there. You can also look at the additional camera angles. So when you put on your turn signal, you have that blind spot indicator, which is very helpful, especially when merging out on the highway. Cruise control settings on the left side with your speed, and then there's volume, tuning, and voice commands. On the left side, when the vehicle is in park, that will give you access to open and close the front storage. You can open and close the charging port. There's unlock and lock. And then there's adjustments for the wiper blades headlights, and defrosters. Now with the infotainment system here, you can get into Apple CarPlay and Android Auto, pull up your navigation. You can go through some more settings in the lower screen. You have music and phone. You can also get into your garage door controls here. You have Bluetooth, the Wi-Fi, and then even some driver profiles. Now there's Alcantara and leather for the dash with air vents. You have temperatures, fan speed, volume in the middle. And then this is where you can go through basically everything for the vehicle. So you can open and close the front and rear storage, the rear sunshade. You can get into your seat adjustments for your driver and passenger, and the massaging seats for driver and passenger. There's a few themes to get into as well. So just changing the background there depending on your mood, and then you can gain access to some of the charging information. Now you can also get into the driving modes where you also have regenerative braking. You can go from off to high, and you have your steering wheel and side mirror adjustments. So you actually use the screen in order to adjust all of those, which is nice to see. Now you can also get into your front and rear storage, lock and unlock, and you have access to the glove box. There's also the climate adjustments where you can get into the rears too. So you can go through all of that. You can also get into a lot of information here. Dream Drive is for your hands-free driving, as well as the rest of this information that you can turn on and off depending on how you want the vehicle to react. And you can get into the rest of this to set it up as needed. And there's also a shortcut to get into the camera system. Now, if you swipe up at the bottom, you can actually gain access to all of the storage. Just tap the top of it there and you can bring it back. Now there's cup holders, wireless charging with plenty of storage. You can hide that all of the way. And then you have some storage in the armrest. There's also the rear view with hazards and dome lights, and you still have sunshades here, even though the glass goes all the way to basically the headrests there. And then here's a look at visibility. Lots of glass for this sedan, so it's very easy to see all around. And so with it in sprint mode, this is pedal to the floor. And just like that, we have plenty of power at that accelerator. But this is what it's like to be behind the wheel for the Lucid Air. Really good amount of visibility. This model has tons of cameras everywhere too. And as you can tell, you can look straight up if you want and see the light coming in. That is one thing that there's no adjustments for the glass. It's a little bit more tinted from the sunshade up, so obviously more visible looking forwards. So you do have a little bit of blockage, but you can still have the sun coming through. So if you want almost like a convertible, something with an open or more open top, this is really one of the only options out there. There's a few other brands that have vehicles with glass like that, but it's very, very limited. But it is neat. It's something different to see. But with the Lucid Air here, really nice layout for all the tech features. It's not overly complicated, pretty simple up top, but you have a lot to go through in the bottom there. But it's just really easy to use and to drive. So it's something that's going to be very comfortable. You can rack up the miles on this. And from what I have been seeing with EV technology, the batteries have been able to last several hundreds of thousands of miles. Well over 100,000 miles. We've been able to see some brands and some models, EV models, over the 100,000 mile mark. And the battery depletion is still in the high 90%. So with how far EVs have come, especially with their battery technology and with the range too, getting well over 500 miles, when EVs first came out, it was in maybe the 200 miles. There's still some models out there in the 200s for their total range, but with a model like this, it is something that is going to last a long time, especially with the battery system. Now with EVs too, there is some depreciation, especially if you are the first owner. So from what I have seen with EV models, usually the second or third owner will lose a lot less because of the initial depreciation hit. But if it's a vehicle you want to buy brand new and you know you'll have for a long time, it's definitely a good one to go with. And even with a mild acceleration, that wasn't even quarter throttle, there's so much potential with the amount of power that you can get from these models. But that is going to wrap it up for the 2026 Lucid Air Grand Touring. If you enjoyed today's video, give it a huge thumbs up and consider smashing that subscribe button so you can stay up to date with our daily uploads, and I will see you all in the next video.